is just like upside extreme.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, Khalil Mack only played 1 year of high school football. That's what he said when he was interviewed.
But he did play 4 years of college football, and he was just a...
So if you remember clearly.
Brendan, why do you think... I want to hear more about what your opinion is with Matt Schaub in Houston, what they would do.
Because I don't think there's a quarterback this year that isn't... I think they should go after Andy Murray.
Okay, but this is my point, Houston. When is Houston going to get the opportunity?
He won like the second round, though.
When is Houston going to get the opportunity again to be where they are now and get a quarterback? Their team is not as bad as they were.
Quarterback 2 years ago?
I think they can get a quarterback that's better than Schaub in the second round.
Okay, but you want more than better than Schaub.
I don't see Bortles as that much better.
Can Jimmy Garoppolo and AJ McCarron, who is AJ McCarron? Is he another guy that can take it to the next step and get you a Super Bowl?
No. I don't see any of these quarterbacks.
I don't see Manziel, Bridgewater, or Bortles.
Why do I not see any of these quarterbacks being good? I don't like. I just, from what I've seen, I have not seen that, except for Manziel. Manziel is the only one that I see as like an X Factor type quarterback that like can go over the top successfully.
In 5 years,
but he's a risk. Right. He could easily get injured week 5 and be gone for the rest of his career.
In 5 years, you literally
he plays a dangerous game, but he is the best X Factor quarterback of the ones in there.
Okay. In 5 years, do you really see any of these 3 quarterbacks being a good quarterback in the NFL?
I think it's premature to say that.
Bridgewater and who?
Manziel. I think Bridgewater is going to become a very steady quarterback in the NFL. Why? I think Blake Bortles is going to be, to me, I think he's going to be another Ben Roethlisberger where he makes another team can take it to the next step. I don't know why you guys don't like these rookie quarterbacks. Johnny Manziel is boom or bust. He could become so good. He has the potential. You don't have any reason to back it up.
That's why I see him as a top 10 pick.
Alright, who are the best quarterbacks in the NFL?
What is the way you would build an NFL team? Because you're against going after free agency. You're against everybody in the draft. What possibly can teams do if you were the GM?
He has the Ted Donahoe idea of GM. He has the underpay for weak free agents,
but that doesn't get you anywhere. I mean, that's where the Bills have gotten, and it's going to make the playoffs in 14 years.
This year, this is what I understand. Why did the Bills push it to last year?
Okay, but what about next year? What do you think about Jameis Winston? You're not making any good points. You're saying this year's class sucks, but then what about next year?
The Bills looked into this year. Shut up. The Bills looked into this year.
Just say shut up.
I can't even talk.
Because you're like, why would the Bills pull the trigger? They can't just wait until they finally...
You didn't even hear what I was going to say.
What's the problem with...
You didn't hear what I was going to say.
And then if he doesn't work out...
You didn't hear what I was going to say.
What are you going to say?
Judge EJ.
The Bills looked into...
Let's let Brendan talk.
The Bills looked into this year, right? To see
they're still looking into this year.
No,
they're not done.
I think they're pulling the trigger.
Well, you just asked me a question, so I
last year, when the Bills took E.J. Manuel, when they were thinking about E.J. Manuel, they looked at it this year to see if there's a quarterback this year, and they didn't wait till this year.
But that's another reason why is because none of these quarterbacks other than Derek Carr are seniors, so the Bills didn't know who was going into the draft. Johnny Manziel is a sophomore. Blake Bortles is a junior. Teddy Bridgewater is a junior. The Bills couldn't have known if they were coming in yet.
The only person that I can see being good is Blake Bortles in this draft. Because in the NFL right now, who's the best quarterback in the NFL?
Aaron Rodgers, Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
And then the young guys are uprising.
No.
Not all the young guys.
Why is Teddy Bridgewater not like them? Teddy Bridgewater...
I think Teddy Bridgewater...
The same skill set reminds me of Teddy Bridgewater
or Gino.
Why? Because he's black? Is that why? Because he reminds me of Aaron Rodgers.
He stays
in the pocket. He has mobility in the pocket to open up throws, and he's got a great arm and precision that I haven't seen a lot of other quarterbacks in college be able to do. He's just like Aaron Rodgers.
The Dolphins made a big move.
What did
they signed Mike Vick.
No, they didn't.
I was kidding. They signed Cortland Finnegan.
Don't you lie. Hey, wait, that's a good segue, though, because I want to talk about Michael Vick. That's a good segue. Let's talk about Michael Vick. He is yet to sign. No, it is.
I'm not done with the Bridgewater conversation.
I'm not done either. The best players in the NFL
are saying that I don't think Bridgewater is very good. I also don't think Bortles is very good.
No, the thing that I think
you haven't looked into them.
The best quarterbacks in the NFL are the smartest quarterbacks
I've seen Bridgewater
and the most pocket friendly.
Okay, Teddy Bridgewater is pocket friendly, and how do you know he's not smart?
I saw him play UCF.
I'm not gonna say that. Come on.
So the best quarterbacks in the NFL are exactly like Blake Bortles, pretty much.
I guess.
No, the thing I feel about
Not every player is the same just because they're the same physical attributes.
To me, Bridgewater doesn't have anything great. He does everything good.
Yes, he does everything. He's
Bortles or Bridgewater?
Bridgewater.
I think Bortles does the same.
He doesn't have the talent that like wows you like an RG3 would.
But he's been just as good as Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles has more turnovers. What does Teddy Bridgewater not have that Blake Bortles does other than size? What does Blake Bortles have that Teddy Bridgewater doesn't? Because you're saying Bridgewater's potential is much lower.
Bridgewater's hand size is the smallest in the draft this year.
I never said anything.
You're saying that
I just don't think any of these quarterbacks are sure things.
No, I agree.
Like there's no one saying their prototype. Like
no one's a sure thing except for Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck is the only sure thing.
You've never seen another sure thing, but with Peyton Manning, you've seen. But no one was so sure.
You've never seen anything like this. I've never seen any quarterback prospect.
He's just as fast as Cam Newton. He's just as big. He's got an arm.
I'm talking to a guy who hates Andrew Luck.
I don't hate him. I just didn't like his rookie year. Now I like him. He's a great quarterback now, but his rookie year wasn't good.
His rookie year was still incredible.
He brought 18 or something.
He just wasn't as RG3's rookie year, which was like beyond.
Yeah, but want to know why too though? He didn't have the running game that Washington had, and also he was asked to throw the football over 40 times a game.
He can be a Hall of Famer. He probably is going to be a Hall of Famer.
This draft class,
it's been 2 years, but
I think they're very like questionable. Like it's not like last year's where it's like this draft class is weak.
Why do the Colts suck?
But it's not like before where this draft class is awesome. It's the quarterback draft class is like a lot of like we don't know.
Yeah,
and we won't know until they play.
Saying that the Colts defense sucks is just pumping up Andrew Luck.
I think Manziel getting drafted say by like Minnesota, where he gets to play with Peterson, would be really interesting to watch.
Wait, what'd you say?
Very well happened.
Say Manziel getting drafted 8th by Minnesota.
I don't think he falls that far. I don't think he falls. I think if he goes, I think he's either going to Jackson.
I'm not taking Mel Kiper. That's
exactly what he said.
Okay, Mel Kiper took mine.
I think Jackson.
Mel Kiper picked Khalil Mack first overall and Johnny Manziel.
God, I hope that he's not right because he's never right. I think going entire first round without getting any pick right.
Yeah, he had like 2 right last year. I had 7.
Yeah, I don't want to be following Mel Kiper, but if he's following me,
I think Jacksonville is going to go for Manziel, and if he doesn't, I think someone's going to trade up. I just think someone's going
to. If Manziel goes to
Jacksonville, his career is going to be worse.
Why?
That team is just
Cecil Shorts, Justin Blackmon,
Toby Gerhardt.
Justin Blackmon.
Manziel's not like a quarterback that's going to be able to feed all these receivers. He's going to do it himself a lot. That's why I don't try to have him have like.
Let me tell you my first 5, my top 5 on mock draft.
I'm calling BS on this kid getting 15 right on his mock draft.
I was kidding.
Please.
I claim shenanigans.
I claim shenanigans.
Alright, let me tell you my top 5 on mock draft.
Okay.
Number 1 overall, the Browns take Blake Bortles. Number 2 overall, the Dallas Cowboys take Johnny Manziel. Number 3, let me think. Number 3 overall.
You think the Cowboys are trading for a quarterback after they
signed? Number 3 overall, the Jaguars take Jadeveon Clowney. Number 4 overall, the Khalil Mack goes to the Texans. And number 5 overall, Sammy Watkins goes to the Raiders.
It's potentially happening. It could potentially happen. I just don't see the
Cowboys trade up for.
They traded up for Johnny Manziel. With the Rams.
Why?
I would do that if I were the Cowboys, but they're not going after Tony Romo.
Why would they send Johnny Manziel?
For a quarterback you could actually argue that the Cowboys' one of their better things is quarterback right now.
Dallas, wait a minute, listen, let me talk. They're interested in Johnny Manziel. Listen. Hey, ESPN reported this, okay? The Dallas Cowboys met with Johnny Manziel, potentially interested if he plummeted to where they pick. Not, they're going to move up to the 2nd overall pick when they have,
we don't know anything behind the scenes.
When they have you know nothing either. When they have a 5, when they have
a conversation with Jerry Jones.
Let me talk. When they have a 5-year contract, still, Tony Romo's under for 5 years that they just re-signed him last year. He's coming off back surgery. There is no way, absolutely no way, they're trading up to get a quarterback. they are going to trade up if they're going to trade up. They're going to trade for a defensive position which was 32nd in the NFL.
I thought you traded up to get like Mack or like Clowney, which would make so much more sense.
I would say something. Jerry Jones has nothing to do with the draft, so I would not be talking.
He's the one owner that is involved.
Yes.
Jerry Jones is the general manager.
He's the owner.
He's also the general manager.
Alright, so
you are just full of BS right now.
I wasn't really BS.
How come we're talking about quarterback. How come no one's including Derek Carr? Because a few teams have said that they like Carr.
Well, we're talking top 5. We're talking the top 10 picks. I don't see Derek Carr. I think he's going to
Carr like the Brady Quinn.
If I'm Arizona,
as Jamarcus Russell.
Okay.
No, I don't treat him as Jamarcus Russell. I would never
put that on a man.
I would never call out people's careers before they started.
Okay, well, what about this?
I would say that I think he might fall in the draft. Brady Quinn.
Let me lay down this scenario. Derek Carr. Let me lay down this scenario. Derek Carr to the Arizona Cardinals at 22.
I would like that actually for the Cardinals.
He wouldn't have fallen that far. I think the Cardinals have more.
I feel like the Cardinals keep waiting on fixing that. They need to keep fixing that offensive line.
Right.
Like Carson Palmer is a good stop.
Yeah, he can hold them,
and he could show them 10-6 last year.
There was a report that Cleveland really likes Sammy Watkins and also really likes Derek Carr. So at 4, if they go Watkins, you better be sure that you don't want to take one of these quarterbacks at 4 because you might not get Derek Carr if you like him at 26. You might have to move up, and maybe they're willing to do that, but you got to be careful with that, to be honestly. So, I mean, you're going to give up that 26 pick to move up and also probably a 3rd pick to get Carr because you might see Minnesota come back and say they don't go for one, but say Arizona comes back in, say Tampa Bay comes back in to get their guy. Cleveland's got to be pretty sure that they can get him, if they're pretty sure that he's the answer, when there's 3 other guys that you can get at 4. And you can probably get a receiver at that 26 pick that is not going to be just as good as Watkins, but he'll be a playmaker because receivers are the deepest position in the draft this year.
Let me just go back to the Bills real quick. I think the Bills know a receiver in the draft.
I think it's between receiver and tackle.
Okay.
No, I think they like a receiver in the draft because they haven't signed one yet.
Dave, what do you think of it?
Well,
what were you going to say?
I was trying to then Brendan so rudely interrupted me. Just go on.
Okay.
Well, I'm not done.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more.
I think they did sign a tackle, but I think that top 10 pick, if you want a sure thing that you know is going to be valuable to your team immediately, it's probably going to be offensive tackle.
I don't mean to be smart, but they didn't sign a tackle. They signed a guard.
Then why would they not draft a tackle?
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure they signed a tackle.
Why would they
signed Chris Williams, the left guard.
Chris Williams is a guard.
Yeah.
Then they really need.
But he can play tackle.
What?
He's not. I don't know.
He played right tackle for 18 games.
Being versatile on offensive line is huge, and that's going to keep you in the league for a long time.
Offensive line is
like my boy Julian Vandervelde.
It's the most critical part of your football team besides quarterback.
Yes.
Your offensive line.
Agreed. Yes.
You want to get your quarterback, and then you want to protect your quarterback.
Which the Seahawks better keep in mind too when they're drafting, because Russell Wilson was the most. No, I got to make sure I'm right on this. He was second behind Ryan Tannehill for the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. So Seattle better.
That's a line problem, but it also might be like a
injury
rollout.
Maybe.
Because I know
he does that. But I feel like he does that too a lot of the time because of the pressure.
Yeah,
but he's not. You don't see him leave by the play. They don't strategically have him play. A lot of time, what Russell Wilson's doing is off of scratch when he's making plays with his feet.
In the Super Bowl, though, that line looked fantastic.
Oh yeah, of course. Everything worked. Yeah, it was right.
But I was amazed mostly about the line. I knew their defense.
Okay, Dave, what were you gonna say?
Well, I got a couple things to say now. First of all, if you watch some of the Seahawks games, Marshawn Lynch gets stopped a lot of times. Just he gets the ball and he just gets stopped.
Right.
So I mean,
No, I know what you mean, because a lot of time he's already hit by 2 yards and he's making more after the run. You're right. You're hit the nugget on that one, because it's actually very true that. Oh, you don't like my saying hit the nugget? Okay.
What I was gonna say a while back, and then I got interrupted.
Sure, go ahead.
The scouts and stuff and people are relating Sammy Watkins to the top guys like Julio Jones and AJ Green. So they're rating him.
He's a special talent, and there hasn't been a good impactful receiver like this since AJ Green, Julio Jones. That
draft. He's good too.
Who?
Say who I
Okay.
When he was throwing the oranges out at the orange bowl after the orange.
Before we wrap this up, I want to stick back to the free agency real quick, and I want to talk about the quarterback position.